First of all, happy World Down Syndrome Day. My name is Uche Chukuma and I'm the head teacher for Morainbow Down Syndrome Foundation. So here in Morainbow Down Syndrome Foundation, we cater for children living with Down syndrome and other disabilities. So one of our drive here is to ensure that every child is being met to his or her own need, and then we also go ahead to make sure that these children have a voice for themselves. So in Morainbow Down Syndrome, we cater for different needs. We have the therapy sections, the learning support, the speech, the occupational therapy, and even the physiotherapy. So persons living with Down syndrome is first a person before their disability. So most time people refer to them and say a child with Down syndrome. Rather, you address them with persons living with Down syndrome because they are first a person. And so working with children living with disability or Down syndrome is just a very beautiful experience for me, because one of the peculiarity about them is that they are very kind, they are loving, and then whenever they learn something, they are very good with imitation. Their imitative skill is very high. Whenever they learn something, it sticks. And what they love to do, if you introduce them to things that they love to do, you see them doing it with lots of energy. Some of them like to dance, some of them like to sing, some of them like to make hair. The only thing that you need to do as a facilitator is to always reinforce. You have to be patient with them. You have to walk at their own pace and understand that learning is not about perfection. You don't expect to have a perfect experience with them. Rather, you refer to the little drop of water, the everyday progress that they make. It's a big goal for us. For this year's theme, we say improve our support system. So one of the ways we can actually improve our support system, like we in Morainbow throughout this week, we've been creating awareness in schools, in mainstream schools, letting people know and letting the schools know that inclusion means that the child has the right to be in your school. Also means that every child has the right to use the same hospital as we use. Also means that they have the right to access everything that a regular child will access. They have the right to use the hospital. They have the right to use the shopping mall. And then you can find them everywhere. You can find them in the church. You can find them in the mosques. And then the only thing we can do is to show love to them, extend some love to them. We should also help to improve their learning support. So one of the ways we can help them have a better life is by ensuring that these children get education. It means that they need to be involved in speech, they need to be involved with occupational therapy. So we also want to use this medium to advocate and to call on the society, the community, to ensure and help us build this dream that we've been longing to. Help us ensure that these children get a good education. Help us ensure that they have speech, that they can communicate. They can at least communicate what they need. And how do we make this thing happen for them? By ensuring that they go through the processes of having a total life. Here in Morainbow, we advocate for early intervention. And early intervention means that you have to bring out that child early. Do not lock up your child in the room. Do not lock them up inside the house. Bring them out. Like I always say, a parent is the first advocate of your child. So you must always pick up for your child.
My name is Ayodele Umajasong and I work with Morainbow Down Syndrome Foundation. Okay, so one of the things that we can do to help persons living with Down syndrome is basically, giving them love, attention, creating awareness on their behalf, being advocates for them, and funding is a lot of financial funding. And this is one of the reasons why we want to thank Sage Grey. They've come all the way to give us what they have, and that's a big thing for us, and this is why we're calling on society and everyone who can also help us. It will go a long way in their intervention, in their speech therapy, occupational therapy, physiotherapy. It will go a long way for them to be able to go in any intervention that we keep speaking and preaching. And so thank you so much, Sage Grey. We are really grateful. God bless you abundantly, and happy World Down Syndrome Day.